They're off for the first. Fair start, with the exception of Manny Slam, and Successful Man as ability now dashes through and grabs the lead. Alkebulan attacking early, and Alkebulan now goes on. There goes Newland Links with a rush as they charge toward the 6. Alkebulan leading from Newland Links ability. Rockola positioned on the outside. Buttercup racing in between horses. Battle Angel is next, some 6 off that lead. So John beginning to make ground with the favourite Life is Life as Battle Angel is shuffled back through the pack. Ahead of only Successful Man and Manny Slam. They've left the 5 behind them. They run toward the half mile and the turn for home. And Ability has now taken charge once again. Alkebulan length and the tail back. Newland Links asked to pick up. There goes Life is Life now making an eye-catching move. In behind them, Buttercup. A break back to Sir John, Rockola and Battle Angel. That's a threesome. Successful Man further back. And last of all remains Manny Slam as they have left the 3/8 behind them and make their way toward the 5/16. Ability steps just off the rail. Life is Life will get the run against it. Toward the outside, Alkebulan in the Carl Angel colours. Rather the Carl Anderson colours as Ability goes wide and ends up in the middle of the track. Over against the rail, the favourite Life is closing up, and Buttercup in between horses. Ability running wide. On the far side, that is Life with that lead. Buttercup now asked to throw down a challenge. Sir John is left over against the rail, but Life is in charge inside the final 16th. It is Life opening up 3.5 lengths. Life is Life, and Devastating Dane Dawkins will win by almost 3. Buttercup is second. Sir John is third. Rockola fourth. Ability could have just hung on for fifth.
And they're off and racing. Prince Roy steps a bit slow and is left at the back of the field as Lockdown is ridden to go for that lead. Lockdown, or right on the outside of Lockdown, that's Star Quest also in the mix. Bob the Builder, now Bob the Builder now assumes the lead as they head toward the 6. Bob the Builder is in front of Lockdown against the rail. Just beside Lockdown, that's a Star Quest. Ascend on the outside, right against the rail, that's Slam Sharp trying to make progress. Thousand Treasures as they go past the 5. Then comes Prince Roy, and racing at the back of the field, that's Benison. They head toward the 4, and Bob the Builder skips away by about 3 lengths from Star Quest, racing back into second, right against the rail. Oh, and coming down into it now, that's Thousand Treasure. The Ascend is also making progress. Just behind them, that's Lockdown. Then comes a Slam Sharp. Prince Roy comes next, and Benison racing at the back of the field. They're about to come into the lane. And now Bob the Builder is attacked on the outside by Star Quest. Star Quest and Bob the Builder. Bob the Builder narrowly in front of Star Quest. Coming out wide, Thousand Treasure. The Ascend is also making progress. Now Prince Roy, Bob the Builder still there fighting on. Thousand Treasures out in the middle of the racetrack. It's Bob the Builder in front of Star Quest and Thousand Treasures. Bob the Builder, Star Quest still fighting on. They're coming to the final half a furlong. Bob the Builder, Star Quest, and joining them, Thousand Treasures. Bob the Builder is resilient, and Bob the Builder, refusing to lose today, goes on to beat Star Quest. Then comes Thousand Treasure back in fourth. Ascend.
Over to the starter, and they're off. Posey Girl came out awkwardly and is left at the back of the field being ridden to try and make amends. Toby and Warrior Stomp on the outside. The favourite Native Alliance in the gold and maroon now goes on, and it is Native Alliance on the run to the half mile who picks up that lead and slips away by more than 2 lengths. Toby in pursuit with CW Treasure. Warrior Stomp backing out into fourth, joined by Midnight Storm in the white with the red sleeves. Sweet Burn is racing next, and Posey Girl struggling at the back. They go flashing past the 3. Native Alliance has to be caught. Toby, the closest pursuer, needs to find 2¼ lengths. Midnight Storm is 3½ lengths back toward the outside. CW Treasure, Sweet Burn, slotting in between horses. Warrior Stomp out wide. Forget Posey Girl as Native Alliance brings them into the top of the lane. It is Native Alliance out in front under the apprentice Tajay Suku, and they begin now to kick away from this field as they're about to arrive at the furlong pole. Sweet Burn moving best of the rest. Midnight Storm left back under the stick in third, but it's all Native Alliance and Tajay Suku. This is the third event. Native Alliance will no longer be a maiden after this afternoon. Native Alliance by maybe 8. Sweet Burn is second. Midnight Storm is third. CW Treasure is fourth. They're off for the Seeking My Dream trophy. Almost perfect start. Garvano left at the back with Is That a Fact? California Crown has speed along with Neostar. They match strides early. Fun Khan done just in behind them as they make their way toward the 6. Barnaby races next, maybe 8 lengths off that lead. Garvano now moving on the inside and joining. Is That a Fact? Now left at the back, outsped. Approaching the final 5. California Crown on the lead and has the speed. Neostar a length down and chasing. A break back to Fun Khan done. Garvano is 2 lengths in behind him. Barnaby pulling alongside, and next separates those two. And Is That a Fact? Needs to do a lot more as they leave the half mile and begin to quicken as they run the turn. California Crown attempting to go all the way with a 2-length lead. Neostar continues the chase. Fun Khan done wound up now, begins to make progress and are making gains. Garvano and Barnaby run as a team. Is That a Fact? Outsped and continues to race at the back as the field will come thundering into the top of the lane. It is a California Crown in the green cap. Neostar gets a perfect run against the rail. Here is Fun Khan done unleashed on the outside, and now Fun Khan done grabs the lead. California Crown continues to fight on. Neostar left back on the rail, but it is still out in front. Fun Khan done and Robert Halladine. They're powering their way inside the final 16th. Fun Khan done getting cracks of the stick. Won't be caught in the Seeking My Dream trophy. Fun Khan done wins by maybe 4. California Crown Brave hangs on for second, tight between Garvano and Neostar. Starter not quite ready. Now he is, and they're off. The favourite Green Gold Rush scampers out a long way behind horses, now asked to play catch-up. Have a Joy got a good start, grabs an early lead, pressed already by Dancing in the Breeze. And now Green Gold Rush comes running past them all as they make their way toward the 6. Green Gold Rush has now taken charge up front, narrowly from a Dancing in the Breeze and Have a Joy glued together. Diamond Rock races next as they leave the 6, possibly 6 lengths off that lead. A break back to K-Boy and Casual Pete running as a team. Hijo Primero trails the field. They're arriving at the 5/8 on the back stretch, and Green Gold Rush continues to stride out powerfully with that advantage. 2 lengths in front of Dancing in the Breeze, another 2 to Have a Joy, a length and a piece back to Diamond Rock in the purple, running against the rail as they arrive at the half mile. K-Boy now asked to play catch-up along with Casual Peach, and Hijo Primero is last. They're stringing out a bit as they've left the 7/16th, and still Green Gold Rush is in command. Dancing in the Breeze is 2 lengths back and needs to do some more along with Have a Joy. K-Boy in the yellow cap racing out wide of those. A break of some 4 or more. To right there on the outside, Casual Peach making ground. Diamond Rock hugs the rail and Hijo Primero remains last, but it is a Green Gold Rush, the rider having a peep over his shoulder as they drive inside the final 3/16th. A Green Gold Rush and Romario Spencer continuing to repel the challenges. K-Boy now begins to come at him. Over on the rail, that's Dancing in the Breeze, but Green Gold Rush looks to be out of class. Racing inside the final 16th, it is a Green Gold Rush. He came from last to first, and he won't lose. A Green Gold Rush and Romario Spencer win by maybe 5 or more. K-Boy second, tight, could be Casual Peach third, just over Dancing in the Breeze.
They're off and racing. Ooh, missing the break. Well, Newbridge has gotten rid of the rider, and Great Lightning misses the break. They make their way toward the six, and it's African Beauty. Now Money Mission School, and it's Money Mission in front of Life is Light going down into second. African Beauty is right there too. Then comes Delightful One, Modern Monarch. Grey Lightning coming into it. Another 2 lengths before we come to Army Recruit. Then comes Casually Yours right against the rail. That's around the twist. Another 6 or 7 before we come to Man from Bethany. Then comes a Chief in Command. Just behind them, that's the Manipulator, and racing at the back of the field, that's Man from Bethany. They head toward the three, and on that lead, it's Money Mission in front, just the leader from Grey Lightning, tracking intently in second. Watching them from third, that's Modern Monarch. Then come Delightful One, making progress. Coming also, that's Life is Light, and around the twist there at the top of the lane, it's Money Mission still in front, kicking dust at them. Money Mission still in front, Delightful One coming out, and also coming out wide, that's Modern Monarch. It's still in front, Money Mission, Delightful One, and Modern Monarch taking aim along with Round the Twist. It's still Money Mission coming to the half a furlong pole. Delightful One is coming forward, and now Delightful One grabs a hold of Money Mission, who still fights on it. Money Mission, Delightful One goes on to beat Money Mission. Then comes Around the Twist, Modern Monarch, and Life is Light back in fifth.
They're off. Humility just a step slowly out along with Legal Fight left at the back. Family Feud took off jet-like. Goes for that lead with Native Flyer. Raging River just 2 lengths in behind them. Total Velocity and Humility team up in behind as they charge away, leaving the half mile, and a gap opens up to Legal Fight. Native Flyer charts the course. Raging River now moving down into second. Humility begins to make progress down against the rail. Family Feud right alongside. Total Velocity is 3 further lengths back, and 2 more to Legal Fight the trailer as Native Flyer brings them into the lane under Tajay Suku. It is Native Flyer and the Orange Silks. Raging River continues the chase near the rail. Toward the outside, Family Feud now asked to close up with Humility. Total Velocity needs to do more. Legal Fight also running on in the end, but this Native Flyer has gone inside the final furlong. Can they catch Native Flyer? Hole will have to open and swallow Native Flyer for Native Flyer to lose. This, the 7th event. Native Flyer in complete control, wins by double digits. Legal Fight will get second over Total Velocity. Family Feud is fourth.
They're off and racing. Unruly Mo breaks sharply and is tacking toward the near side. Right in the middle, Allegiance along with Hail the Queen over on the far side and tacking into the middle. That's My Sunshine. So Star Aura and Unruly Mo. Then that's My Sunshine. Rico is right on the premises as they make their way coming out of the chute. Star Aura, Rico, and Unruly Mo. These are the prominent ones as they come out of the chute. Just behind them, that's Wicked Cassie. And left back a bit, that's My Sunshine. And Rico now gets rolling and hits the front. It's Rico in front of Star Aura. And running on the running behind them, that's Star Aura. It's Rico in front, and I think this one is over. Rico and Robert Hardboard Halidina second on the card. Rico sprinting clear, winning by about 3 lengths. Running on for second, that's Wicked Cassie. Then comes Allegiance, got tied for fourth.
They're off. I Dream Again gets a good start in the centre. Toward the far side, Miss Moneypenny and A Breath of Fresh Air running. Linguist is also quickly out and tacking toward the stand fence to join up with a Whiskey. California Gold running in behind them. But they're sorting themselves out. Fortuna Bell also showing some dash in the centre. Miss Moneypenny on the far side running quickly. So too Fortuna Bell and I Dream Again in between those. A Linguist may just have the overall advantage, but a narrow one. Whiskey is racing nearest to us as they charge now inside the final quarter. Linguist shaken up by the rider and asked to really go. Miss Moneypenny trying to get to the leader. I Dream Again racing in behind them, but it is Linguist in control under Radish, the sneaky Fox Roman. He's looking for his second win on the card. It is Linguist running away from this field. It's the James B. Dawes Memorial Trophy, and Linguist captures it in style, winning by maybe 9. I Dream Again second over Miss Moneypenny, then Whiskey close between Dream to Reality and Fortuna Bell.
Diamond is in. Now we have a line. 7.5 furlong the trip, and they're off and racing. Delta Gamma breaks smartly out wide. Call Her Array wants that lead, and it's Call Her Array from Delta Gamma coming up to that Sonador as they make their way going down the back stretch. It is Call Her Array in front of 4 Mile of right against the rail. That's Sonador out wide. Delta Gamma sandwiched in between horses. It's Awesome Kitty. Then comes One Deggy Deggy Links, Miss Prosecutor, Gulfstream Cat. Misbehave is right in between horses on the inside. That's Blood Diamond out wide. It's Imaginarium, and racing at the back of the field, Melba's Choice. They head toward the 4, and it's a war up front, and still Call Her Array narrowly on that lead. Out wide, it's 4 Mile Love. They're coming to the 3 furlong point, and it's Call Her Array in front of 4 Mile Love. Out wide and coming on, Delta Gamma right against the rail. That's Awesome Kitty. One Deggy Deggy Links is also coming in the mix, winding up and coming forward. That's Imaginarium, a mad scramble at the top of the lane. Who wants the money? Right against the rail, and it is still Call Her Array. Awesome Kitty strike the front with Call Her Array. These two fighting on right against the rail. That's Gulfstream Cat coming out wide. That's One Deggy Deggy Links, and now Awesome Kitty. It's the front. Call Her Array still there battling. Gulfstream Cat picking them off. It's still Awesome Kitty, Gulfstream Cat, Call Her Array right against the rail. Awesome Kitty now begins to go away. Awesome Kitty beats Gulfstream Cat. Then some Call Her Array. Delta Gamma and maybe Miss Prosecutor back in 5th.
Thank you for watching another video produced by the team from QuickGallopJaya.com and its YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper. Please stay on the channel for other enlightening videos on those involved in local horse racing. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell.